Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Ultra Confusion interview. This time we have Connor
McCarthy
with us. So, Connor, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I am one of 3 co-designers for Hanako, Honor and Blade. The company is Impact Games. And Hanako is made in Unreal Engine 4.
Okay.
It's a game that started back in college when the 3 co-designers met. It originally started with our designer, Matt and I. He was designing a game for his mother. This game actually started as a tribute to his mom.
Okay.
And then I came on to the group, and then our 3rd co-designer that's been with us forever, Ajani Thomas, he also came on. And so the 3 of us have been carrying this through college. We took a small break afterwards, got into the workforce, and then we came back to it because it was an unfinished project, and Matt really wanted to finish it, and the rest of us wanted to finish it. And so we've been working on it in our spare time after hours. This is our nightly passion.
Right.
We consistently have a team of about 10 people from all over the place. I mean, we have people from Canada, South America, sometimes Europe. And so the game is currently being developed in, I think it's at Unreal 4.
Right.
It is a multiplayer game. Online, you've got 2 teams, and we have multiple classes, right? Each class has a specific function or role to play for their team.
Right.
Currently, we have 3 classes in full development. We have our Kenshi, which is our sword-wielding class, and he's kind of our most balanced class that we possess.
Okay.
We have the Naganatashi. He uses our spear, and he is our tank. And we have our ninja. He is the glass cannon. So, everyone's favorite, right? Get in, strike in, strike out.
Yep.
Let's see. We have a 4th class being developed. That's our Ite. That's going to be our archer, so it'll be our long-range class that'll eventually go in there. Currently, this year at MomoCon, we are showing off our closed alpha build.
Okay.
We have been testing this since last MomoCon, where we started picking up people, and we meet every week with our testers to test, just to keep the game moving forward, keep refining everything. So we're hoping to release the game this year, Q4 in October, for early access on Steam. So keep a lookout for us.
Do you have a price point in mind, or are you still kind of like...
We're still looking at a price point. We definitely want to make it accessible to people. I mean, we want everyone to play our game, so we're still kind of working what that's going to be.
So what's the biggest hurdle to this point, besides, I guess, like time lapse of having to work with for other things to kind of keep the ball rolling? So
one of the biggest hurdles is the fact that this is a project that we all work on when we're outside of our everyday jobs. This is a passion project for a lot of us. So it's keeping the team going, keeping us all motivated.
Right.
Everyone has things that happen in their life. The other big hurdle is technology. Because we're not doing full development 24/7, sometimes newer technologies come out or newer implementations to systems come out, and we really have to assess whether or not we need to deconstruct the work we've been doing and then redo that work so that we're hitting like a new standard, or if we just keep moving forward with what we've already built.
So you said Unreal Engine. So has there, since it's kind of like, it's been a longer process, have you found that maybe there's been tweaks or changes to that engine that might make you scream or go, oh no, we got to redo this?
That happens every time a new release comes out. We always look at the release notes, and then we sit there and we kind of analyze, okay, these are the things that are positive. These are the things that are going to be a nightmare. And these are the things the developers are not going to like. And then we have to assess whether or not we're actually going to update for this release, or if we're going to continue to build in the release we're currently in, and then switch in a later version, because we always want more positives than negatives. So yeah, that is definitely always like a cliffhanger.
Right. So what advice or words of wisdom would you give to an individual trying to become an indie dev, or maybe is at the starting point of being an indie dev?
So my advice would be don't stop working on anything. Just constantly go out there and keep working on it, even if it's paid or it's not paid. Anything that you can do that will elevate your skill, or just give you like real working experience, working with a team, working with a schedule. And remember that if you do work with a project, I would say your word means a lot. So if you say that you're going to do something, try to keep to that, because there's not much else that you have full control over, but you do have full control over, your own work ethics and stuff like that. That goes a really long way for, I think, this industry.
Yeah. So where can people find more information about your game?
Sure. So if you go to playhanako.com, you can find us there, or you can find us at Hanako Honor and Blade on Facebook, and then you can link to our page from there.
So, real quick, since this, what would you say, is there like a game or two or maybe 3 or a dozen that you say is like the true influence to how this game came to be?
I don't know if there's a true game influence here. I do know that we looked at some games that we have thought we closely either relate to or we share, some sort of nostalgia to, things like Chivalry or Team Fortress.
Yep.
Those are very popular games. They're fun games, and there are some things in there that we looked at and we were like, well, we think we can do it better. One of our developers is a huge fan of Coder, so he, if you play our game, you might look at the battle system and be like, this reminds me a lot of being a Jedi back in the day.
So you might have already touched on this, but what? So it's online. So I'm team play. So how many are on a team?
So currently we can support up to 16v16, but as we're in alpha, one of the things we're testing is that what is that golden number for a gameplay ratio? We want to have a number that provides enough players to have things to do in a map on their team, a specific role, but not so many players that you just have like people kind of spinning off into the sides and all sorts of chaos that you're trying to control.
And one more question. When did y'all decide that this type of, I'm guessing Feudal Japan, right?
Yes.
All right, so when did that come about? Like, okay, we're going to make the game is going to look and feel Feudal Japan.
So when it was first being developed by Matt, Matt, I think, already had a vision of it being in Feudal Japan, and he has a very, very large love of things Japanese, and so do the rest of us, so it was an easy attachment, right? We just kind of groomed towards it, and then we really started to take it and shape it and turn it into not just a Japanese game, but really focus on the Sengoku era or their Warring States period, and like make sure that the art and the design really reflected that, so that it was emphasized.
Well, cool. Well, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I know that the indie area is popping at MomoCon, but ladies and gentlemen, come check out Hanako. As he said, playhanako.com, @playhanako, and Facebook/playhanako. So be on the lookout for it, and your tentative date is October.
Yeah, our tentative date is October on Steam, or if you want access to the closed alpha and help us test, you can go to the website and send us an email so that you can help us make this game awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you again.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.